Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, what it do, what it do? It's your boy Aceito, man. Listen, man, let's get straight into it, okay? I took some time, I locked in, listened to this album and fully. This is about maybe the fifth, sixth time I listened to this album. We talking about Drake Iceman, okay? Now, I've seen a lot of people on the day that this dropped, they were in an uproar because Drake released 3 albums, okay? Now, I've yet to get a confirmed statement from Drake. I know a lot of his stuff goes through academics, but I've yet to hear him say publicly that this is my last, deal with Universal. Now I'm a free agent, because there's been a lot of rumors out there saying that there's some private firm equity that's offering him $2 billion. Okay. And there's also Universal saying that they're going to have to offer him the biggest max contract ever for any recording artist. So if that's true, and that's how he kind of played his hand, I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him at all. And for me, as a Drake fan, okay, all I've ever asked from Drake is give me a full album of nothing but just the raps, just bars, just going crazy. Give me the slaps with the raps. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no R&B singing joints, no dance hall, reggae. I don't want none of that, bro. I just want the bars. And for me, he did this with Iceman. So if you a Drake fan or a Drake critic and you've been waiting for, this moment, we finally got it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been plenty of albums before this that I'm thinking, okay, we finally gonna get it. We finally gonna get it. For like the Certified Lover Boy, that album, they were hyping that shit up to be like something crazy. Like he was gonna go crazy rap wise. Far from it. Far from it. You know what I'm saying? For All the Dogs, Scary, I'm thinking that's gonna be the one. I would say that one was like probably 60-40. You know what I'm saying? Probably 40% rapping, 60%, the singing and all that. But he also did put out the special edition with the J. Cole joint on there. But I'm listen, man. I'm not mad at Iceman. We definitely gonna get into Maid of Honor and Habity. I don't know if I said that right. I definitely tapped a little bit more into Maid of Honor. I didn't really tap into too much of Habity. So I'm gonna probably spin the block with that one. But let's get into Iceman. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into Iceman. For me, when I listen to this album firsthand, right? Firsthand. And this is one of the critiques that I saw when it comes to Drake. When you get a Drake album, you immediately, after the first listen, you identify at least what the 2-3 slaps are going to be. You know what I'm saying? What's going to be the record that's going to transcend, you know what I mean, hit the clubs, tear the radio up, take over the summer. So for me, when I first listened to this project, I'm loving it. First of all, I'm loving, you know what I'm saying, the hip hop aspect. I'm loving the bars. I'm loving, you know what I'm saying, like the concepts. But I don't hear that hit. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear that instant hit. And when I'm listening to people give their opinions, they're like, I don't know, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. So I'm like, what the fuck are they looking for? So I'm like, okay, if I look in like the past joints, right? You know what I'm saying? Like More Life, you got Passion Fruit, instant hit, right? You know what I'm saying? The Portland joint, instant hit. You know what I mean? What else he got on there? No Long Talk, you know what I'm saying? Free Smoke, you know what I mean? Like you hear these records, they're instant hits. You know what I mean? Scorpion, God's Plan, instant hit. You know what I mean? Like Nice for What, instant hit. Like those were the type of records that were missing from this. Now, even though we did get the first single, What Did I Miss? I like that. I thought that was a nice slap. I really do like that. Even if that come on in the club, whatever, I'm gonna give my little 2-step on. I like that record. But other than What Did I Miss, what are the instant standouts? And for me, they didn't instantly stand out. Now, after the second and the third listen, Shabang is definitely one of the slaps. Shabang is definitely one of the ones. I do feel like if he really focuses on that record and pushes that record, that's gonna go. I feel like that's gonna be probably the next slap. You know what I'm saying? Besides, you know what I'm saying? The record everybody's loving, the what is it? Not Make You Remember. even make them remember that. That's another one. You know what I'm saying? That's another one. But the whisper my name. You know what I'm saying? Make them cry. These are not slaps. These are just some of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Janice. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. Make them pay. Make them pay is probably like one of the standout records. I think that actually broke records as far as the streaming numbers because he was just going at everybody. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James, ASAP Rocky, Rihanna, DJ Khaled, Kendrick Lamar, you name it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was going at everybody. And that beat is crazy too. That beat is crazy. That's a standout for me. Burning Bridges, that's another one that could be a slap. You know what I'm saying? That's another. So he got joints on here. So I don't know. I think people's like, yo, when have I ever got to listen to an album 3, 4, 5, 6? Listen, man. Like we're in a different era with music where we're getting consumed with so much. Sometimes you gotta go back. You gotta revisit certain joints. You know, and for me, I feel like after the second and third, listen, especially the environment too, because I'm listening, on my headphones at work. Then I'm listening while I'm doing something at the crib. I'm listening while, working out, or listening while, you may whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like different times and different places where you're at listening to this music, some joints might just resonate a little bit more, But for me, I feel like Iceman is just a perfect body of work, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like over time, this album will definitely live up to the hype. I definitely feel like it will live up to the hype. I feel like with all the scrutiny and everything that transpired with the Kendrick Lamar beef in the battle, and Drake, suing Universal and all of that stuff, right? I feel like the expectations was just so high. And I do feel like the rollout for this Iceman project was flawless. You know what I'm saying? It was flawless. He got all the streamers involved. Certain DJs pulled up. He had it in Toronto. He did like the episodes, like the Iceman episode. So like I thought like the rollout was super dope, super dope. Now for me, excuse me, would be the icing on the cake for this entire project. Will Drake do a sit down interview? Because it's been a long time since he's actually sat down with a publication, a respectable publication. I'm not talking about him sitting on a podcast with the white girl Bobby or him going to Wayne's Low on Apple. I'm talking about him sitting down with an actual media personality, an actual journalist, and somebody that the culture tunes into, the culture respects, that has the ear of the culture, and he's going to sit down and be vulnerable and give a real in-depth interview. Okay? That's what I'm waiting for to see, if he will do that. Because there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of stuff that's transpired, even before the Kendrick Lamar beef. You know what I'm saying? Even way before that. I feel like there's a lot that he needs to, address. He needs to talk about. He needs to give his opinion on. What's his relationship like with Lil Wayne? What's his relationship like with Nicki Minaj? What's his relationship like with Birdman? And, what was the real true fallout between DJ Khaled? What's his thoughts on Quentin Miller and, DJ Drama? Like, it's so much, bro. It's so much that whoever lands that interview, that's going to be a golden interview, bro. That's going to be, and it can't be on a platform where he can manipulate and control. I think the last probably in-depth great interview was probably B-Dot and Elliot Wilson on Rap Radar. That was like the last probably respectable platform that Drake sat down. Will Drake go to the Breakfast Club? Will he go to Joe Budden's podcast? Will he go to Drink Champs? Like, will he go to Wallow and Gilly? Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, who truly knows? I would even mind if he go to Earn Your Leisure. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about a lot of the business and a lot of the, the economics behind OVO and you building your brand. But then also those guys are really tapped in when it comes to the music. I feel like they can give a really, really good interview, great interview at that, So there's a lot of things, bro. There's a lot of things, and you know, he's going at Hove on the album. I really would like to know what happened between the relationship with him and Jay-Z. Is it true? Is he out of his Universal deal? Does he have a $2 billion deal on the table? Because he does have a song on the album called Bees on the Table. So I don't know if he's talking about, you know, dollars, like billions of dollars, like who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that's really the icing on the cake that will really take this over the top. You know, you do an interview on a respectable platform, then you go announce the tour and just kill it. You know what I'm saying? Just take over the whole summer. I feel like that will really put Drake back on top. You know what I'm saying? But we just gotta wait and see, man. But like I said, with Iceman, for me, I'm giving Iceman an 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? 8 out of 10. I feel like it could definitely go higher as the records start to grow on you more and more. I don't know if I mentioned the songs that I don't like. I don't like the Future collaboration, the Ran to Atlanta. I don't like that. I feel like that sounds a little dated to me. Even with the relationship with him and Future and Metro, like, I don't know, it was just kind of weird. But I mean, if that's a sign of them getting back together and, you know, mending the relationship, I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Because that you know, Diamonds Dancing is one of my favorite records for them niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it. But that song, I could have been cool with that song. And the Bees on the Table, 21 Savage, I didn't like that neither. I didn't like that song. I didn't like that. It was another one too I wasn't too a fan of. I think it was Too Hard for the Radio. I get it. You trying to do the spin, you know, the DJ Mustard, you know, he was throwing some real note bars on there, but I just didn't like I don't know. That song could have been, you could have just picked a different beat and went a different route, kept the same lyrics, but that's just me. But it's only like there's only 3 songs on the project that I could have left without. He doesn't put those 3 songs on there, bro. I think you have just a flawless project. I think it's close to flawless, but like I said, with those 3 skips, I feel like this album just plays straight through, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, without those songs, you can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's literally out of 18, there's at least strong 13, 12 songs that I like on this project, man. So, I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. What do you guys rate Iceman from Drake? And put in the comments, where do you want to see Drake do his first interview since everything is transpired? Where do you want to see him go? All right, let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Aceito. I'm out of here. Peace.